everyone, and welcome to my update. This is update 1 for my project pan 9 by New Year's. I can't remember who started this one. I came across it a few years ago, and it's one that I quite like because around about September, October, it gives you a chance to look at what you've got and target some things that look like you could probably knock them off by the end of the year. So 9 by New Year's, fairly obviously, 9 items trying to use up by the end of the year. Alright, so this one I started about the 10th of September, was the first date I have written down, when I weighed some stuff and measured some stuff. So now we are towards the end of October. I thought I'd do a quick update, because I do have some of these used up. So the first item I had is this Santini Citrus Chill perfume. It's an old Avon one. I'm really trying to get a whole heap of Avon stuff done because it's old and I just want it gone. So yeah, I finished this one up. It didn't take me all that long actually. Originally when I weighed it, it was 100 grams. I didn't actually weigh the empty container just to see, but I think this was a 30 mil, yep, 30 mil to start off with, and I had worked on it last year as well, but yeah, the bit this year, or I think I started around about there, it went pretty quickly, because obviously the bottle's slimmer, and it wasn't overly strong, so I could use a fair bit of it at a time. Happy to have that one gone and out. Okay. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Yeah, sorry. Alright, Prep and Prime Radiant Yellow, little sample thing. Really bad at remembering to use these guys. These are the sort of thing I use every now and again when I've got a bit of spare time. So I'm doing a fairly in-depth look, with a more full coverage base rather than just a BB cream or whatever. This one was 8 grams before, it's still 8 grams now. I didn't really mark it last time, but I'm about at the top of that where it says Natural Radiance on there. Hopefully I can have this used up in the next couple of months. It's, as I said, not something I use often, not something I use an awful lot of when I do. So we'll see how we go. Alright, the next two were hand creams. They were the Body Shop hand creams. These guys. Peppermint Candy Cane. And Strawberry. The strawberry one I had at home. The peppermint one I had in my makeup bag at work for quite a while. Took me less time to get through the strawberry one, so I was using it more often than the peppermint one, but both of those are now gone. Obviously cut them open. Peppermint started off at 5 grams and was at the barcode. Looks like it was probably only about down to there. This guy had more in it. This one was up to about here. So yeah, obviously both of those are gone. So 2 hand creams out. So far, the 4 I've gone through, 3 are done. Alright, next was Fix Plus. This is done. There is a tiny bit in there, but I swing backwards and forwards. I can't get it. The straw sort of sits in the middle, but there seems to be a lip around the side. I'm planning on, when I get another one that's just about empty, holding on to this so I can tip it into it. I've considered tipping it into one of those little sample things, but I don't know. I don't think there's probably enough in there to warrant that. But yeah, for all intents and purposes for this project, this one's done. As you can see, that was 7th of July, so it took me around about 3 months to use this guy up. So that gives me a good guide when I'm trying to work out about how long one of those is going to take, or about how long one of the bigger 100ml ones is going to take. The next, I've got this Nude Matte Fluid Makeup. Last time I had this at this line here where it says silicone and glycerin. At the moment it's a bit hard to see, but we're now down to that mark there. So somewhere down around this May Contain. So I've actually used up a fair bit of this, from about there down to about there, which isn't bad considering I don't use this often. This tends to be, again, one that I use if I've got a bit more time, because it's matte, needs a bit more priming, a bit more care taken with it. But yeah, it's really hard to see, but it's basically settled about where that line is. So be interesting to see how I go getting this done this year. I have a feeling I'm going to probably want to reach for this one more in Australia, coming into summer, getting warmer. I'm thinking that this will probably be a bit more of a go-to than the more sort of dewy one that I was using before. Okay, next I've got this Patent Polish in Sultana. Was 10 grams before, still wearing it 10 grams now. And my goal is to get this down so that you can't see it when it's, so this is wound all the way down. And you can just see it peeking over the top, ever so slightly. So yeah, I'm not going to call this one done just yet, but I'm pretty darn close. I would imagine by the end of the year I'll reach my goal, which is to get it down under that lip so you can't see it peeking out. Yeah, so I'll keep going on this one. I reckon I'm going to put this in a project next year to try and finish it off. It's only a mini. I mean, there's only that much in it all up. But yeah, goal for this year is to get it down under, and I roll it all the way down. So I'm getting there. I went for quite a while without really using this. I've sort of started trying to reach for it a bit more often at the moment. We'll see how we go, but I think I can reach that goal reasonably comfortably. Even if I get to the end of the year and have to use it 3 or 4 times in a day, I think it can happen. Next I've got this eyeliner. This is an old Avon one as well. It's called Super Shock in Plumful, and I've used about 2mm of this one up in the last, about 6 weeks. Can't actually really tell because I had it down as Hock before, but yeah, 2mm. So before I was 4.9 and 3.4, now I'm 4.7 and 3.2. So the longer one being the full thing and the shorter one being from that base there, because I'm not expecting the product to be any down much further than that. Really, I'm expecting it to probably finish about here. This one does come out from time to time, and I'm pretty sure that it's actually probably going to be closer to here than there. But just as a guide, that's where I'm measuring that one from. I haven't worn a lot of makeup in the last couple of weeks. I've been on leave. But yeah, we'll see how we go. I didn't actually set a goal on this one. I don't think I'm going to get it used up. But I guess if I can get to the bottom of that H, that would be really cool. As in, like sharpened, so where it's sitting there, sitting down there. Probably be about what I'd expect to achieve on that one if I try really hard. And the last one I've got in here is this cream stick liner, lip liner from MAC. When I first measured this, which I think was back in August, it was 0.9 centimetres. In October it was 0.6, now I'm sitting about 0.5. I was absolutely charging through this earlier in the year. I was using it with a couple of red lipsticks that I felt comfortable wearing, sort of to lighten it up a bit, give it a bit more sparkle. But since we've been wearing masks all day at work the last couple of months, I haven't been using this one so much. I've been using a red. So yeah, I can see us coming out of masks in the next few weeks. I know a lot of the other states have pretty much wound back all their restrictions now. We're one of the few that still has restrictions, and that's because we don't have the vaccination rate, because we haven't had COVID like at all in the community since about July. Had a couple of scares, put everybody into lockdown for about 3 days, and it didn't really go any further. So yeah, I'm hoping that no masks will mean that I'll get through this one quicker by the end of the year. This one is really soft. When I use it, it doesn't take long for it to move at all, really. Considering how long some eyeliners I've got in another project are taking me, this guy is like probably, I don't know, a year of actual almost, reasonably consistent use, where the others are probably at about 3 years. So that's the difference. This is probably a little bit newer than the others, but probably not by much. It's just a much creamier consistency. And the others I've had to use Duraline and oil and stuff to try and revive them. This guy, not a problem at all. Alright, well that's where I'll leave that there for this update. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items still in play, 4 done. So reasonably happy with that, and we'll see how we go by the end of the year. Okay guys, thanks for watching. See ya, bye.